Hello and welcome to another edition of the panel head-to-head at the Cheltenham Festival. We're on to day 3. It's myself, Dean Ryan, and Dermot Nolan is here. Hi, Dermot.
Hello, Dido.
How are you?
All good, my friend.
All good.
Well.
Yeah. Surviving the marathon that is Cheltenham 2025. This show, of course, brought to you with Virgin Bet. Do check out their Bet 10, Get 20 new customer.
How would you explain if you were a racehorse now, your running style at this point? As in, like, let's say Cheltenham's a race. Where are you now in the field after 2 days?
I've made several mistakes and rowing.
We're hoping for like a cheetah lineman finish. But I think it's more like, you're in the Grand National now and Diarmuid Nolan is detached out the back.
Yeah, I'm hoping some others make similar mistakes up front, allow me to get back into the running.
But even then we'd have to use so much gas to get there.
Jockey's sitting quietly thinking this might just, be a spin down there. Look, we'll see. As I was saying, Virgin Bet, Bet 10, Get 20, of course, new customer offer. All details will be in the bio, and a selected race every day where you get your money back up to £10, and that's the 2 o'clock today, the Jack Richards, which we will have a selection for very shortly. Why don't we get on with it? Like you've explained, we have struggled a little bit to find the winners enclosure over the past couple of days, but we're only halfway. I know it doesn't feel like that when it's perhaps not gone well, but we're only halfway. It's the fight back. The 120 today, of course, is the Mayor's Novices Hurdle. It's become a champion hurdle trial now, this race, after last year.
Absolutely hilarious, yeah. And this year's field, a cracking race.
Does very good.
6.5 is being spoken about and has been spoken. We talked about this off air a few days ago, Dean, that there's always one horse on the preview circuit that they discuss as if we are literally about to kind of watch the replay. Yeah. And this has very much been 6.5. Keith Dunne, who's been very bullish about her. Gavin Cromwell, who wouldn't be much of a bullish man, as in he tries to hide it, let's say. He's been very bullish. The talk about this mare is that she's just going to win. I am taking her on some bit though. I love Galileo Dame. I would have loved her for the triumph. But she's here. She gets weight. That form last time, I do believe by the end of this week that the form of her, Hello Neighbour and Lady Veg Allen will look like very strong form. She was excellent that day. Another few strides. I think she's up. This is, despite my wallet, this is the right shout to get the weight here for this kind of a race. She has a big chance. And the other one, look, I absolutely love Diva Luna. She was brilliant last season in bumpers. She's beaten a lot of the English mares around her already for that race. This season hasn't gone right for her, but the trainer is quite bullish as well. Last few weeks about her, and 14-1 for a mare who's as talented as she is, and her ceiling ability is so high that she's the wrong price, but she needs to prove it.
Okay, Diva Luna is currently 12-1 for Ben Paul and Ben Jones with our sponsors Virgin Bet, and of course Galileo Dame getting the £10 from some of these. From all of these is 4-1. Your favourite is 6.5 at 5-2. 15-2 about Paul Nicholls is arguably best chance of the week, only chance of the week. Not true. He's got others. Caldwell Potter, of course, running today. Is 15-2. The one I like is Aurora Vega. That's at 17-2 at Virgin Bet. Saw it in the flesh at Ferry House.
Very impressive.
It was a little bit workmanlike on maiden, but in the graded race, which perhaps wasn't the strongest, looked very good. That's a daughter of Quavega. A little trip to Cheltenham will bring back all the memories, of course, not from this horse, but if relatives are anything to go by, should be good. The pick of Paul Townend, of course, and over Maureen, who was all the hype before we got to even see it on the racecourse. Let's skip on. We move on to the Jack Richards. This is the money back race with Virgin Bet today. 5 Voxes, your 4-1 favourite. Springwell Bay at 6s. 7-1 at Nürburgring. Asian Master 15-2. Caldwell Potter, as I just mentioned, is in there at 17-2, and it's 10-1 bar. I got a feeling you like something over the bar.
Yes, I'm actually sticking with Ben Pauling and Ben Jones and Pick Rock. Frustrating horse has only won once, Dean. But again, he's extremely talented. He's kind of getting his act over fences now. He jumped much better last time. And he's a horse who's just, he fits this kind of a race. He hasn't quite got there at the top level, but he's just off that level, I feel. Frustrating horse, but Ben Pauling has a 40% place rate here with his handicap chasers at the Cheltenham Festival. So Pick Rock will do it for me.
All right, 10-1 currently Pick Rock. I put 2 up on my Gambling.com column. Wanted to split stakes across Firefox, who was a better price yesterday than it is now, backed in to clear 4-1 favourite. And the other one was Caldwell Potter. I was going to give the big price tag another chance to be justified. I mean, you don't justify it by winning this race at the festival. They have to do a little bit more with it. But I thought Caldwell Potter could be pretty well handicapped based on what we know about it from Ireland in the past and on a couple of starts for Paul Nicholls.
He was David Jennings' nap as well at the fair.
On the race out preview night, he was. Yeah, I'm rowing in then with DJ. I'll take the credit though, thanks. We'll move on to the Pertemps Network final. Of course, that one goes to post at 2:40. Big move overnight for Diart, that's now 11-2 favourite. Feet of a Dancer 15-2. A lot of talk about this across all the preview nights. Given, of course, the similarities with the previous Paul Nolan winner of the race. Jericho de Repene is 15-2. 8-1 win some, lose some. Also market move for that. 10-1 bar.
Yeah, Jericho de Repene has been my nap of the whole week. I really, really like him. Was excellent last time. Headgear on. I just think he's kind of well now. The market moves are disconcerting me. Yeah, it's like nothing massively alarming. It's not like he's 16s or anything, but he's been 11-2, 5-1 the whole way along. Anti-post, he's now 15-2. It's probably maybe just correcting his price more than anything. But look, this is a horse who was good enough to be a favourite for a Supreme. So off a mark of 136, he should be going very close in a Pertemps. Nico de Bomble obviously hit the post yesterday with Impose Trois. Really, really good performance there. Hopefully similar here. I just think, again, that phrase, like I stick to his ceiling of ability, I think is just a lot higher than like a lot of these in this race. He's racing here against handicappers. He could be one who could be going on to win grade 2s and stuff like that. I just do still believe that this horse is excellent. And 136 today's the day, 15-2. Yeah.
Okay. Jericho du Repene is 15-2. I've gone for a real flyer in here. I don't dismiss the chance of your selection. I think it's an obvious chance today. Guard the Moon is the one for me. Sam Twiston-Davies and Nigel Twiston-Davies. I thought it was really progressive. Before they gave him a little break, 84 days off the track, came back, ran on soft ground at Chepstow, didn't jump well, didn't travel well, everything was wrong. Not a sign you want to see going into the festival, but would have needed a spin, I think. The Twiston-Davies team normally keep their horses busier than that. It does have form with Impose Trois. We saw how well that ran yesterday, of course. Look, there were prices around 40s and 33s yesterday, now into 28-1 with Virgin Bet. I'll be taking a flyer with that one. That's Guard the Moon. Okay, we move on then to the Ryanair. Factor File is your 13-8 favourite, 3-1 Ile Francais, Protector at 11-2. All three of those should be in the Gold Cup. They're in the Ryanair, but here we go. Will it win?
I think Factor File wins, yeah, but it's not, let's say, it's not a bet. I'm not really involved. It's a Ryanair is deep, but I just can't get a proper win handle on it. I think Factor File, he wins, but I was kind of, because of the fact that he hasn't had a Ryanair prep. They were prepping him all season to settle as a Gold Cup horse.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking to take him on here, but the ground's gone for Protectorat. Ile Francais is a very good horse and he'll be very entertaining to watch, but I don't know really what his finishing effort is ever really like. He's either clear or I just thought Banbridge went by him and he just really stopped that day. I think Factor File is of a similar ability to a Banbridge. And yeah, I'm just happy to watch it too.
Yeah, it's the consolation prize for Factor File this afternoon in the Ryanair after running into the back end of Galopin de Champs a couple of times more than they would have liked and not getting close enough, even trying different tactics. I do think it's the best horse in the race. I do think they'll win the Ryanair. I do think they'll be going for the Gold Cup next year. Ile Francais is fascinating. Hopefully he does get out the van and get out front, and that's what we want to see. Factor File trying to hunt them down. Protectorat will be doing the same. How far will it get ahead on this kind of course? It's not Kempton, it's not Auteuil, it's not flat, it's not circle. I'm not sure it's going to work. But we will find out. That's what's fascinating.
Has raced in the past.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know that. Not with this horse, though. And that's the difference there. Yeah, look, I'd say Factor File will win. Probably a fair value price. Tiupu, of course, back to retain or try and retain his Stayers crown. 7-4 for the 4 o'clock, the Stayers hurdle. 4-1 the Wall Park, who's obviously progressed right up the ranks this season. Lucky Place, who I know you like, Dermo. We'll talk about that one in a minute, is 11-2. Home by the lead, doesn't really act great at Cheltenham, acts really well elsewhere this season, 13-2. And the old warrior, Bob Ollinger, 12-1, 14-1 bar.
Yeah, a really interesting race. Bob Ollinger's never lost at Cheltenham, so I can see why some people are kind of swaying towards him. He's three goals and 3 wins. Now, one of them was when Galopin de Champs fell with the race at his
The one that still
he won.
Yeah.
The Home by the Lee is interesting just because he's a completely different horse this season. He's just travelling sweetly and everything else. He's just been completely different. But again, he's had 3 goals here and hasn't won a Stayers. I would be kind of against him. Tiupu, he's just a different horse on this ground. This ground will not suit him. I'm very happy to take him on. Also, if you're a big believer in Tiupu, I would be quite disconcerted by the consistent move on the Wall Park from the same yard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that. But I'm very happy up. Unlucky Place. Big question, which is very important for Stayers hurdle, is kind of will he stay? But I just believe sometimes when a horse has as much raw ability as he does, we were watching the morning show there. And the way he beat Gower Road last time was just, it was effortless. That horse has come out since and won a cleave hurdle, and he absolutely battered him that day while giving him £6. He tries this trip for the first time, but I do think he'll get it. Nicky Henderson seems to think so too. He's the young improving horse, and at 11-2, he's actually my next best of the whole week, Dino.
Okay, lucky place 11-2 with 4 places as well in the stayers on Virgin Bet today. I'm going to chance Bob Ollinger against the owners. Of course, Rob Court also having Tiupu. I was very big on Tiupu last year. Just felt that everything had gone right. This year, not sure the ground's gone right. Of course, they were beaten by Lossiemouth and Hatton's Grace. Okay, that's where I'm going to go. Bob Ollinger hopefully maintains that record, or at least gets very close to Tiupu and the rest of the pack, and should give us a good run for our money. We move to the 440. It's the plate handicap chase. Jaguar. That's all I've been hearing all the way up to the run in here. Obviously was good at this track last time out. 130 favourite. The company sergeant, who could have gone for other options, is in there at 11-2. Masaccio at 7-1. 9-1 Jordans. 12-1 Bar. Do you have a good thing in the plate, Dermot Nolan?
Find it odd. The first few in this market were all meant to be going for the Jack Richards, and they're all here. The company sergeant, Jaguar, etc., etc. On Pound Darrig as well. I quite like Jordan's here. It's all about whether or not he gets into that rhythm. But last time that was a big run behind Impaired Pass. Absolutely massive effort. He gets in here off a nice mark. Joseph O'Brien could well have a very good day. He actually has a good few bullets here. And but this horse, I just liked what he did last time. He looked very smart, and he looked to me the cut of a horse who was above a handicap, which is what you need at Cheltenham. Jaguar is a massive threat. That was an effortless victory last time. He is a very good horse, and the English handicapper isn't slamming the English horses as much, which makes sense. They haven't been winning, but he's got away with it here, I think. So Jaguar takes a good bit of stopping, but I think if any horse has that magic word again, a ceiling of ability similar, it would be Jordan's, and I'm happy to take 9-1 about him.
Fair enough. Jordan's is 9-1 indeed with Virgin Bet. I took 2 darts here again in the column on Gambling.com. Mostly because I'm not clearly in very good form to only rely on one runner. The company sergeant was the one I liked at the top of the market, 11-2 currently for Gavin Cromwell and Cornerstone Wolves. They picked this up out of the sales, has good form in some competitive racing, especially from Galway, and they would have lined up to come for just one target. I thought it would be the other race, but they lined up here. The other one I really like is a real flyer. Ned Fox is going to take £3 off Venetia Williams' Dem Nat, currently 40-1. This was missing 3 years off the track once they purchased it from France. They took amazing patience to get it back. When it came back, it was a breathtaking victory. 15 legs over a horse I had a lot of time for. Galahad Quest hasn't proved to be as good as it might have hoped. But this one, I think this one could still be very, very good. Only 8. Couple more structured runners this time rather than rushing it into the festival like they did last year. And at 40-1, I think it's one to have on side at a very big price. So 2 darts in there. Right, let's move to the finale. It is the Kim Muir. There would be a great story here, of course, Walking on Air. Currently a 4-1 favourite with Virgin Bet. Will be ridden by Mr. Alan O'Sullivan, taking off £5. If this were to win Dermo, especially after yesterday with Jazzy Matty and Marine Nationale going in, you can imagine who's looking down. The family would get some solace. Yeah, it would indeed.
Yeah, it
can happen as well. It could happen. This horse has a big job.
Walking on Air has been battered beyond all belief in the market over the last week or so. Owned by Justin Carty, trained by Gary Brown. Apparently it has a link to AP McCoy there somewhere. This horse has been the quiet horse. Well, not as quiet after Race Blogger put him up, but But all the talk for a long time. Really good performance last time in the Sky Bet Chase. Should have won that race. Got there absolutely cantering, fell, which means that his mark wasn't really clobbered. I think he got like £7. And based off his best form over hurdles and and chases, he's still thrown in. And it would just be beautiful. Now, I know there's other horses, but Alan O'Sullivan to win this a few weeks after losing his older brother. I don't think there will be a better moment at Cheltenham in a long time. Maybe Honeysuckle that day, but I just think it's some things are bigger than sport, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, let's hope it does happen. It would be a lovely way for the day to end at the festival, of course. Is there a fancy in the race outside of that demo for you?
No, I actually like Walking on Air. The price is plenty skinny now. I'm on a few points bigger. So Walking on Air, I do think. Johnny Who is very interesting. Really, really interesting. There's a few there, but I just think Walking on Air could just be he looks a real handicap lot.
Fair. Okay. I like last year's second, Gitmaker, of course, who ran into, I know the way you're thinking here, in a race that nobody could win by that horse and still ran an absolutely huge race. That's in the market at a decent enough price for a repeat effort. So do keep an eye on that, 12 to 1. And I've gone for another flyer demo, Dom of Mary, a horse I've had a lot of time for the David Bridgewater camp, knows how to get a horse to Cheltenham to run a big race. Put Tom Huxby on to take off £7 from a already low weight, gets in the bottom of 10, 11. Just went narrowly denied in the Sussex National last time. Actually ran quite well in this contest last year. Think they might go a little bit closer this time round, 50 to 1. Dom of Mary to wrap up the day. Okay, that's us. You've been listening, of course, and watching us on the panel for Gambling.com on the head-to-head. And do check out Virgin Bet today with their money back and their customer offer, which is all in the bio. I've been Dean Ryan. That's them and Nolan. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.